Alright, let us walk through the login and sign up process, which is really the foundation of this project. This right here is the interface where we collect user information. And at here, the frontend will check whether the input meets the right formats and requirements. If everything looks good, the frontend will call the register function. Let's click into it to see what will happen behind the scenes. Here is the interface where the function lives. To find its implementation, I will search for it. And here we go inside this function. A few things happen. It calls authAPI.register function and sends the user data to the backend. Then it stores the JWT token in the browser's local storage. Finally, it updates the React state with user's info. Let's go back to the last page to check the register function inside authAPI. So here is the register function, and as you can see, it uses a post method. Let's look inside again. This basically makes an HTTP post request to the path auth/register, sends the user data as JSON, and expects back a response that includes a token and user data. Now, where does the post request do? Until now, the front end has sent the request and wrapped up its job. But what is actually happening on the backend and in the database? Let's walk through the backend flow. The core idea in Express.js is the router. Inside the router folder, there is a file for user management. As we have seen, the Express router listens for a post request at auth/register. When that happens, it calls the register controller function. Here is the register function inside the backend controller. First, it validates all required fields, %. Next, it checks the user with the same email already exists. Notice how it calls find user by email. If everything looks good, it calls the create user function to actually add the user into the database. Let's see how that part works. Now we are inside the model. Honestly, there is no much mystery here because the SQL is pretty straightforward. What is worth highlighting is the bcrypt method. This is what hashes the password. I have set it with a sort round of 10, which actually translates into 1024 hashing rounds. You might also notice the init user table method. This defines the schema and is only used during server initialization. Basically, this sets up the structure of the database with an ID as the author increasing primary key.